What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Chris back again with another video for you guys today. In this video, I want to actually talk about the market a little bit. I know I haven't done many market videos recently, and by recently I mean just like 6 days ago was probably my last market related upload. So I want to talk to you guys about batch 2 that is supposed to be coming probably the next day or two. Also, rewards are today, and just talking about a few things that you might see on the market in regards to rewards. And I'll also give you guys a little count update, like things I've been doing to make some coins. I obviously had shown you the icon solutions, part of my trading, and that's what I've been mainly doing recently because that has just been really helpful. I mean, it's probably the easiest bit of trading I've done, and it's casual as well. I could just buy 5 or 6 at a time whenever they're low, and just sell a couple hours later when they go up another, 5 to 10,000 coins, whatever they may go up to. If you guys are new around here, make sure you guys do drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here as well. I would very much appreciate that. So what's going to happen? Well, there's one thing I want to talk about in terms of like the release of batches. Batch 2, there's a little bit of confusion in the game right here. If I show you, batch 1 of the best of re-releases are available in packs for 1 day, 13 hours, right? So that leads me to believe that's going to be Friday. But if you go on the EA website, it'll show you that it's supposed to be today, Thursday, whenever you're watching this video. So for me, like the loading screen, I just backed out on purpose because I wanted to show you guys the loading screen. It doesn't have a timetable on that. And I feel like EA would have at least maybe hyped it up a little bit with the loading screen. So I don't know if we're going to be getting batch 2 today, but what I do think you might see on the market is I think you might see like the players that are potentially going into batch 2 drop a little bit as they're getting supplied from rewards, but also because people think that they're going to be going back into packs. So for example, a guy like Full Birthday Lozano, somebody that would be very, very packable in this part of the this year's game. If you look at Lozano here, right, so he is, let's see how much his Full Birthday is on the market right now. I can't expect him to be more. I mean, I'm not on the market as much as I was, but I still know things around the market, obviously. It looks like he's around 75 to 80,000 coins. So, for me, that would be a kind of card that would just get cut in half. Now, if there's a little opportunity here that you might, well, it's not even really an opportunity, but you might see these cards drop around the 5 or 6 p.m. range. And then if we do get the batch re-released, then these cards are going to continue to drop lower and lower. So a guy like Lozano, you got like Full Birthday Havertz as well. These are the kind of cards that you will see drop off. Now obviously today is a Thursday when you're watching this video, so you will see some sort of maybe bounce back on these cards if they get way too low, but overall you're going to see these cards continue to drop over the weekend and then into next week as well. If I look at any graph from players that get re-released back into packs from batch 1, they've been going lower and lower and lower every single day, mostly. Now, what is going to be in batch 2? Well, I think it's going to be whatever's left. And based off of last year, we didn't actually get top tier team of the season until batch 3 with the best of batch 1 and batch 2, and that's what accumulated batch 3. We should be getting future star cards, Full Birthdays, UCL lives, maybe some man of the matches, and then the last bit, lower league team of the season cards should be getting put back into packs like they did last year. Quincy Promise, this is somebody that I would love to look at because this is a card that has been on the downward trend as well. I mean, he hit highs of 585 to 615 maybe like 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, and now he's down to 330k, and I think he's continuing to go lower and lower as people know that I think he's going to go back into packs. This would be a kind of card that you expect to go into like the low 2s, maybe even high 1s, just because of the amount of like supply that he could get. If we look at a guy like Headliner Neymar, and I was about to type in Headliner Neymar there like a dumbass, Neymar here, and I can show you his graph if you, well, I can't even talk to you guys right now, but if you look at his graph, he was 3.6 million like a day or two before he got put back into packs. He's now down at like 2.8, 2.9. Like, he's up a little bit. He's shown downward trends of like 2.7. So he did go down 900k. And that is like the top tier card. We're talking like literally the most impossible card to pack probably. And he still went down 900,000 coins. So I would think that those for birthdays, future stars, you know, those kind of cards are going to continue to drop. Now, in terms of what may go up today, it'll be interesting because I think center backs, if you're buying any center back that is for Thursday flipping, I think you're going to want to get out before 6 p.m. because of the KIMPEMBE SBC. We saw a lot of, you know, obviously we're getting all these voting challenges and stuff like that. Now, not only do we have SAR, which is the 92 center back card, but we also have KIMPEMBE. So, a couple things you might see today is you really are going to see French links go up, but anything that's center back may go down today. Like, I'm talking any center back in the game could very well go down, including icons. Guys like Blanc, guys like Desai, you know, guys like Marquinhos, right? These sort of Thiago Silva, obviously. I mean, literally just any of these cards will continue to drop as they are getting their substitute goods pretty much for the new KIMPEMBE SBC, which I fully expect him to win. Now, what may go up in that case? Well, Kenny Lala is obviously number one. This is the kind of guy that's been going up for the last week or so because of the SAR SBC. People are linking this guy up. He is currently 440k. This should continue to rise today as long as Batch 2 doesn't contain the top tier team of the seasons. If EA go out and decide to put a top tier team of the seasons in, that would be phenomenal. But I just don't see them doing it because I think they want to drag along their game as much as possible as quarantine is still happening and people are still playing this game. I mean, we see people have coins on the market right now. We're looking at a lot of Premier League cards are rising because of the links to Foden, Fabinho, Bruno Fernandes, right? You're seeing a lot of those things go up because of that. So you're seeing that there's coins in the market. Another thing I want to mention is French cards should do well today. On my stream earlier today, I was looking at 88 Desai, and I saw that his graph, he was about 180 to 197. Now, right now, he's currently in the market at 195. So I bought mine at like 178. And he has a bid right here at 192. If you can find, and before I upload this video, if you get this card before like 185 and under, this should go up a good amount today. As well as Petit. Petit's middle card, or even his prime. I think either one of these cards you should see a good rise. Another French link could only make it better, realistically. And Petit was like, I was telling people to get him at like 175 and under if they could. He's up to 190 right now, so it's kind of tough. I also recommended people to buy Rijkaard, and he went up a lot last weekend. Now, just be careful with this. Again, like I said, before 6 p.m., you're going to want to probably sell this because any center back could get sold off because of that. And I think there will be panic around 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m. UK time today. So, some other French links. I mean, there are so many different French cards you can look at buying. I went the icon way. I mean, I'm looking at Desai's 88 here. I'm looking at Makiele even. Like, Makiele's 87 overall is very affordable. 125, right? He had a spike last week as well. Went from 128 to 146. If you look at yesterday, he went from 120 and he went to about 133. So you're going to want to get at the 120, 125-ish. And on Xbox, if I look at the graph, you're obviously not going to be able to get him at the 100k, which it looks like it's right there. You're going to try to get him at 115-ish if you can, for that Xbox version. Anything else, like in terms of French middle, I want to go to icons and France, if I can. Okay. Bro, what the hell's going on here? Alright, let me go base. Base version of icons, I would stay away from the 87 center back Desai. Maybe Petit's left back maybe goes up a little bit. I think this Blancard could definitely rise. Just changing him to a CDM. And again, you saw a spike last week as well from 264 on PS all the way to 290. I think with the more French links there are, the more you'll see that card rising. So, you know, you get him at probably like 235, 240 on PS. And on Xbox, you're probably going to want to buy like 185, 190, which is where he's consistently been recently. So just kind of looking at that, I would also be looking at probably like Brazilian cards. That's still popular. We got the FIRMINO, obviously, and we're going to continue to get more Brazilian cards, most likely, because they are one of top 3 most popular nations in this game. So that's my opinion about what's going to happen today on the market. If you guys want to like do something to make some quick coins, the fodder market will probably get a little bit lower as the as like rewards are being ripped open. So if you see anything that drastically goes down, like say for example this Bergevin 86 card, if that goes down, you could snipe at 10, 11k. That's brilliant. I would take that. I would sell it probably after 6 p.m. today. You know, if you look at your Cardozo at like 14k, I mean 14k for an 87 is too cheap. And again, these cards are also going into packs either today at 6 p.m. or on Friday. So, you know, buying some of these to kind of rise a little bit out of packs, you could definitely do that in my opinion. And then, you know, you could quick flip them as well. You can buy them before 6 p.m. During rewards, you know, when rewards drop, and then sell them after. So, you know, I would really be paying attention to the 86s, 87, 88s, and the market will always determine if the card is too low or not. So if you see this at 20k, this will automatically go back to 24 because there is a set standard price for 88s that if they go under that, because of the amount of supply that's coming, you could probably snatch up a couple. And I would also be looking at bids on these cards too, because I think a lot of people still in July, which they are trading, but they're not getting on bids enough. In my opinion, you want to be looking at bids for a lot of these cards as well during rewards. We actually saw like a good amount of supply come onto the market for certain cards last week, which made them dip a little bit. So I expect the fodder market to be a decent little thing you guys can do for today. So that's going to be it for the video today. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Comment, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.